All right, guys, I'm gonna show you how to mix right side of FL Studio. Let's hop straight into it. Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com.
Baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your white. I'm a rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. Cheese salsa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your white. I'm a rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
All right, so we're gonna show you guys how to mix every step here of the way. Now, mixing acoustic sounds is different than mixing synthetic sounds. If you're mixing trap, it's mostly synthetic sounds. It's not acoustic sounds. So you have a different use of compression than you would with an acoustic mix. So just keep in mind, a lot of things you guys will learn in other genres like compression, multi-band compression, EQ really talks about acoustic music more than, in my opinion, digital or synthetic stuff. Okay. Firstly is to understand there's 4 layers of a beat or a song. You have the top line. This is the memorable melody. You have the harmony section, which is your chords. You have the contrast section, which is your bass and counter melody. And you have a rhythm section. So each one of those sections has a purpose. The top line is usually the loudest. It stands out the most. And this is the memorable part of your song. The harmony section is about gluing the song together. The contrast layer is about adding density to your track, and the rhythm section is about adding dynamics. Okay, so dynamics is the ups and downs. If everything is squashed, there's no ups and downs, and it just feels flat and boring. So you need pointy stuff in your beat to make it stand out. With all that being said, everything is like, as I was making the beat, I was just leveling. You don't really need to do much with the majority of plugins you guys using. Let me see what I even have on this channel. So I have a creative mix here, and that's it. I don't have any plugins outside of like one that just messes with the arpeggio. Now on the master, this is usually where we focus as far as hip hop beats most of the time. Here I'm running what's called a Fruity Wave Shaper. You guys can click the drop down, go to replace, find your Fruity Wave Shaper. Okay, Fruity, where is it at? Fruity Wave Shaper. Okay, boom. Now what I like to do is I switch my oversample mode to 4X. I'll hit the high quality mode. I don't know what that does, but I just turn it on. And we're going to turn this curvature to more of a convex curvature. You could hear it in my voice. The more I turn this up, the more saturated it sounds. So I do this for the drums to really add that final polish and crunch. You just want to barely touch this. Don't go crazy with it. Pull the mix level, up and down to see which one you like the most. And to mess with the tone, we're going to mess with what's called the preamp. So the preamp will drive the signal into this curvature to make it sound more saturated. So let me go to where the drums are for this song. So the key is to listen to the kick. As soon as that kick starts to lose its like boominess, sometimes you get oversaturate to where it sounds like it like rips the kick apart. Let me exaggerate so I show you guys what I'm talking about. If you turn the post level down, for example, turn your pre-level up, we're going to drive more volume into this effect, which means it's going to sound crunchier. See how that kicks like, pow, pow. That boxiness, I don't necessarily like that. Even in my voice, it sounds super aggressive. So sometimes, we're going too heavy into it, so let's pull this back. And then we can compensate with what's called the post level. So it's less effect going out. Basically, the post level is just like trying to get your volume back to normal. The pre level is how much aggression do you want in the sound, and the mix level is just a blend knob for you guys. Okay, so you see with the mix turned up, it pulls those vocals out. Nextly, we're gonna add the Fruity Soft Clipper for this type of track. Hard clipping is threshold to the right, soft clipping is threshold to the left. In short, every song and style is different. There's no answer to like which area. It depends on the genre. Like Osama-san might pull his stuff from halfway or to the left, whereas Trap might pull this stuff to the right. The Chief Keef stuff might pull this stuff to the right. There's no right answer here. It depends on like what it sounds like to you. But the more you pull it to the left, the less headroom you'll get, and it will sound squashed.
star, baby, kick.
Or should I say the less dynamic you'll get.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby.
Okay, so even though we did those techniques, most producers stop here, but you see the song isn't very full. It sounds like it's there, but it's not full. Now there's a difference between mixing and mastering. I'm not trying to show you guys everything about everything in one video. It's just too much. The next thing, so notice my kick is clipping, which is fine because we have the wave shaper and the soft clipper to take care of the peaks. So now that I have those set, a good technique for you guys I recommend is to turn your headphone volume up so that the instruments sound louder than what they actually are. And then you'll level your stuff appropriately. And then turn your headphones back down when you're mixing. So let me do that real quick.
Baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. Cheese salsa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites.
So simply turning that volume up showed me that the kick was being overly loud because I had the volume down. So it will just help you turn stuff down, okay? So without any plugins, your greatest technique, in my opinion, is to simply turn your headphones up, listen to your beat, turns the faders up or down, and then turn your headphones back to a low volume. Okay, so you want to mix with low volume. It's not just ear protection, it's also because when you listen at low volume, it's called a Fletcher-Munson curve. The way your ear actually works is it picks up high frequencies less and super low frequencies less. So when you turn the volume down, you'll get to see what actually is loud, quote unquote loud, okay? And also you'll hear the dynamics a lot more, okay? Because you'll hear the peaks of the audio and you'll hear it drop off. And you will perceive movement a lot easier at lower volumes. If everything's loud, you're not really hearing the movement.
Baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up.
Let's turn these effects back on.
Baby, ain't another one like me.
So let's ask ourselves, does anything need to change? The answer is not really. If anything, we can get it a little bit louder. So let's go component by component. Remember, we have top line, harmony, contrast, rhythm. Let's focus on the contrast. Let's see if we could add more density. So this is a brass tone. Now, the brass tone is cool. It has reverb on it. Now keep in mind, if your mix sounds muddy, sometimes it's the reverb inside of the plugin. So for example here, this comes with a reverb. That's not the sound here, let me see. Okay, so it's here in Nexus. What we would do is turn off the reverb. So if you wanted to control the, overall reverb of all of your sounds, you're gonna turn off both the early reflection reverb and the long-tailed reverb. So now it's just a dry brass. But now we have to add reverb back to it in the mixer. Mixing is it's not something you could just learn in one video. But if you guys want to learn more, go to busyworksbeats.com and look for the mixing fundamentals. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/premium. Look for the course called Mixing Fundamentals. That will guide you through each segment of mixing, because mixing is such a long training. It's not just like this 30-minute everything video. It's just not like that, because everything has a different. I'll just tell you guys this. You're not going to use every single technique, every single song. Like you saw on here, I didn't have any plugins. And so when you learn mixing, you're going to be applying all of your techniques on every song, and you don't necessarily need them on every song. So that's the tricky part about mixing. Okay, anyhow, let's route this brass over to the reverb, and let's add a reverb plugin here. We're going to add Valhalla Vintage Verb. Okay, so now we have that. So now we took off the reverb inside the plugin, and now we're using our reverb over here. Because we can control this reverb, and we can send multiple things through the reverb so that everything feels like they're from one room instead of one room here, a different room over here. It just sounds chaotic sometimes when all of your sounds have different reverbs. Okay, so let's add the chords in. So these chords also have their own reverb. Let's go to the plugin. Let's turn off the reverb. Now you don't always have to turn off reverb. This is just showing you the microscopic stuff about mixing and sound design. Okay, so let's find channel 1. Notice how quiet they are, but they stand out because it's a brass and it's very bright. Let's left click on our staccato and let's send that to the reverb. So now they feel like they're coming from the same exact reverb here. Nextly, let's find our top line. I doubt the top line has reverb on it, but it might. No, it doesn't. Okay. But I do want to send that through the reverb. Let's go to our mixer. Click on the top line, send it to the reverb. And you do not need reverb in every song. I'm just showing you guys. Next, let's go to the rhythm section here. Now this rhythm sound, I believe it has reverb directly on it. And I turned it up on purpose so that it has the smeary sound. So this is a case where I would not route it to that reverb group, or reverb send, I should say. This is where I would treat the reverb as a sound effect for the sound itself, less of a technical reverb and more of a creative reverb, because it's a smeary sound. And to get that sound, I had to turn the reverb all the way up. So that is more of a creative decision. And in that case, I would not send it to the reverb group. So that's a good example of when and when not to send the stuff. There's no rules to it, but I'm just letting you guys know. So nextly, we have the kick. So again, we don't need to do anything to a kick that already punches. There's nothing to do to it. It's just the kick character comes from the Fruity Wave Shaper and the Fruity Soft Clipper that you add to your group channel. That's where the saturation comes from. So now you can drive the kick. If you want more saturation, you would drive the kick with the volume. See how it crunches more or less? So I told you guys the trick I did was I turned my headphones up and the kick was just doing too much at louder volume, so I pulled it back. So now we have this arpeggio. Now this is a creative mix, so you're hearing just a creative, that's not a technical thing, but I do want to send that to the reverb, just so it has depth. Okay, so we don't really need to do anything else. The hi-hats don't need to go to the reverb. Nextly, let's focus on this vocal. Now I have, what is this, 3 main tracks here. One's panned to the left when I record it. One is pan centered and one is pan to the hard right. So that's my recording technique to make stuff sound wide without any plugins, is pan 1 hard left, 1 hard right, 1 centered. These are all 3 different takes. Let me show you guys.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your white.
See the differences? That's what creates width.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your white. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me.
And this 4th track is an ad-lib track.
Steve's.
So because that's my technique, 3 tracks, left, center, right. I don't need a bunch of stereo width plugins on my vocals. I just need better recordings and panning them left, right, or center. That will save you a lot of money in stereo width plugins. Not saying you don't need them, but chances are you just need more recordings.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. Bye-bye. I pull up with.
All right, so we have 3 different recordings and I want the same effects on each one, but to be simple, we can run them through the same stuff unless it sounds muddied up. I know this is hard to understand as a beginner, but basically I don't want to load up the same plugins per channel, which I should do, okay, because each thing is going to be different. But because I'm doing 3 as if it's 1, we're going to create a new channel here called Vocal. And I'm going to load up the 1176 Rev A. I learned this technique from Streaky, release on 7, which is fast, attack on 3. And we're going to send our vocals. So we're going to double click and make sure this number, okay, we're going to go to the mixer, this number, we're going to send it to the vocal channel. Let's click over here to 13, right click and route to this track only. So now the vocal is going directly to channel 16 and then out to the master instead of what we did with the reverb. It's different. So double click in here, find the number in the top right, go to your mixer, right click and route to this track only again. Do the same thing for your 3rd track. In the mixer, we found it here. We're going to find that vocal channel, right click and route to this track only. So now each one of these vocals is directly going to 16. So every one of those vocals will be processed through this compressor the same way. Now, this is not the greatest technique because the way compressors work is by transients, but because we're being a little fast here, we're just going to run everything through the same compressor.
Baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with the
next plugin here is going to be the FabFilter Pro L2. This will just put the vocals on top of the mix.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out.
Now, if we have to make individual edits, like one of these has a little bit of a plosive.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with.
One goes like, I pull up.
Steve Chaucer.
Let me figure out which one it is.
Steve Chaucer, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 3.
All right, so we definitely get a plosive on that one.
Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with
That one has a bit of a plosive, but it's not as like in the mic.
Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with
Okay, so it's the main one here in the middle. What we can do, I'm not going to go through a bunch of plugins to be like crazy with this technique. We're just going to grab the slice tool. We're going to slice the audio and we're just going to turn it down. Just as simple as that. So the plosive is right here. We're going to hit Shift Alt, do a vertical slice, Shift Alt, and just turn this down.
Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with
Actually, that was the wrong part.
Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up.
Now, because we have, let me make sure.
I pull up.
So the pull up is right here. So let's just chop that somewhere like this and just turn it down. Now, because we have those other two channels, the ear is not going to focus on that as much.
I pull up with.
But now that I've turned it down,
I pull up with.
it's not like a pull up.
I pull up.
It's just like a pull up.
I pull up with.
There's a small click here, which we can get rid of with some fades. I'm not trying to get
I pull up with the.
like into the grittiness of every little thing here, but
I pull up with 300. I pull up with. I pull up with. I pull up with.
not too much of a dramatic volume change will catch the ear.
I pull up with. I pull up with.
So that's more smooth. Let's hear it in context.
I pull up with.
So now it's like I pull up. Let's hear it again. Now, is that the greatest technique for plosives? No, but it's the quick way.
I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 3.
So now we have less of that P. Now let's add that L2. Let's hear how.
I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
So now the vocal is so loud that the beat sounds quiet. So here's where this is the fine tuning of mixing, where you're just going to really go based off a level and how hard you're driving the signal into your, in this case, the master chain. So now I'm just debating, do I turn the vocal up or the beat stuff up?
I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby.
So I think we got the levels right. I must have clicked something because I hear a random brass. So yeah, my finger must have clicked something in here somewhere. But now that we have, let me figure out what out that is. Let me see. Okay, it's this sound here. Okay, so now that we have the vocal sitting right, it's about how much aggression do I want in the track. And this is where it's about taste. You're gonna go back to Fruity Wave Shaper in this case and mess with the preamp knob. So if it feels too laxed and relaxed, we could push the volume into it to give it more drive, as you can hear in my voice.
I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
Okay, now this mix doesn't have a lot of sub in it, so I didn't add an 808.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300.
Now the vocals are a little aggressive on the side,
Another one.
but again, I can go to the individual channel and just turn it down.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm Chief Sosa, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby, keep the drummer beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
From this point, what we're going to do is shape a little bit of the tone. I'm not going to get into everything about everything. It's impossible to in one video. But what I would do at this point is add Spectre to the master channel so that I can reshape some of those lows in this mix. because we don't really have an 808. So let's shape some of the lows.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. Sam Chief, Joseph, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock.
Now here we can talk about mid-side. This gets so convoluted. I'm realizing as I'm teaching this stuff. But basically I'm going to pull up the lows on the sides so it feels warmer on the side from the vocal.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300.
So the side is the difference between your left and your right ear. When you hear mono, that's when something is the same in your left and your right ear. So the side is the difference between the two. It's the same way when I recorded 3 takes, one's different from the other. That's what creates the width. So that's what we're doing here. We're switching this to side mode and boosting on the sides to create a warmth on the side.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I.
So this way it doesn't feel too super muddy in the midsection.
Another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. Sam Chief, Joseph, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't
Now let's do it before and after.
another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites.
Here's before.
I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. Sam
after.
Chief, Joseph, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me.
I feel like this beat really needs the vocals in order to feel even.
Chief, Joseph, baby.
And the only thing is now that we have the sides boosted, now the sides feel heavy. So now we go back to the vocal, we can pull these back.
Chief, Joseph, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. Sam Chief, Joseph, baby. Ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300. Chief, Joseph.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Okay, so I didn't realize that. I thought these were automatically panned. So that's because I didn't have this stuff routed to the right channel. So let's route these properly.
Chief, Joseph, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one. Chief, Joseph, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out. Chief, Joseph, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm a rock star, baby. Kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby. Ain't another one like me. I say I'm Chief, Joseph, baby.
All right, so I fixed the routing inside the recording. This is why it's so important to have your sessions routed properly and everything organized first. So now everything's routed properly. Now we have all the vocals going to the vocal group. And now I'm just trying to get the maximum amount of aggression out of the vocal and also out of the beat without it one being louder than the other one.
Chief, Joseph, baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites.
Now we can get microscopic about everything, but here's where I would recommend grouping your beat into a submix, especially in FL Studio, because what you could do is just turn the entire beat up or down. So in this case, we have stuff routed to the reverb. So I'll show you guys how to reroute that to the reverb. Let's label our vocal stuff. So vocal, that's vocal 2. Then we have vocal 3. So now we have all our vocals, and this is the vocal group. So it's so important to organize. Half of mixing is this organization. All right, so now we have this reverb. We're going to... What is this track here? All right, there's probably some track I didn't grab. Okay, so I'll just, what is this here? Chop snare. So everything to the left here, we're gonna hit Control, left click and highlight, right click and route to this track only. So now all these instruments are going to what's called the beat mix. But in order to restore the reverb, we have to reroute it to the reverb. So the instruments that I used on the reverb were 2, I believe. So channel 2 and 3 and 5. 2, 3, and 5 need to be routed back to the reverb. So click on channel 2, left click the reverb this time, and it will send it. It will have the amount that you had on the reverb copied.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your.
So now if the beat is too loud, instead of turning down the master, I could just turn down the beat.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm cheese, so baby.
So now the master is just too loud out of Spectre, so let's just turn the output volume down.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby.
So a quick way to judge if we did anything is just turn the effects off and on. Here's off.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
So we definitely get maximum dynamic with that, but the problem is we're super clipping. So let's add our effects.
So baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm cheese, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
So simply adding that Fruity Soft Clipper to the right added more dynamic.
I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with the.
But again, we're clipping, so let's go to Spectre and turn down. This is called gain staging, where we're making sure that the adjustments we make, we're not clipping on the output.
I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300.
Lastly, let's add a simple limiter. We're not going to do much on the limiter. This is just to make sure we're not peaking out.
I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
So again, let's turn the effects off. Let's turn everything off, hold on. Let's turn all the effects off. So again, here we get maximum dynamic, but the problem is we don't have vocal presence and it's just not aggressive enough.
I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me. I say I'm cheap, so baby, ain't another one like me. I pull up with 300 and I stretch out your whites. I'm the rock star, baby, kick the drum beside me. I'm a rock star, baby, ain't another one like me.
All right, so that was a super quick mix. You guys will get the project files for free. Just look for the FL Studio project files folder and then look for where it says Chief Keef, and you guys will get this project file for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. Again, mixing, to be honest with you guys, it's a back and forth thing, and so I can't teach you all the mixing principles on one song because every song doesn't require every single technique. So go to busyworksbeats.com/premium and look for the mixing fundamentals course that will guide you through different scenarios, acoustic drums, acoustic vocals, how to mix like the pro, compression, EQ, saturation, reverb, delay, when to use it, how to use it. So just go to busyworksbeats.com/premium. All right, guys, subscribe if you're new. Peace.